Hey girls, welcome back to the Belly Fat 30-Day Challenge. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. However you found me, I'm glad that you're here. Before we get into today's episode, which is all about meal substitution, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you get notified when a new episode goes live. All right, let's get into it. Let's get a few things straight. Number one, I'm not putting you on a diet. You shouldn't be thinking right now in terms of diet. You should be thinking in terms of gradual adjustments, slowly but surely. So as in episode 1, when you did your 1 through 5 questions, and in episode 2, when you got rid of bad foods, removing them from your environment, we're thinking of small, gradual adjustments. So we're going to be talking about meal substitution today, and I want you to think in terms of adjusting just by substitution. Number 2, I'm not providing you with any links, any affiliate type deals. I'm not selling you any kinds of products. I'm not selling anything that I'm getting any commission from. Number 3, and this one's very important for all of us ladies, before you do anything or you try anything, if you fall into these categories, you should consult your doctor or your physician. So if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, or if you have any kind of serious health conditions, then first do that. Number 4, there are no fat burning supplements here. So if you're thinking about any kind of fat burning supplements or some kind of quick fix, it's not here. And last but not least, the photo in the thumbnail on the left and the right are both me. Those are my before and afters. So I am not here to share my full transformation story, but just to share with you how I got rid of my own belly and what I do to keep that belly fat off, and how I help other girls get rid of their stubborn fat, their belly that makes them feel insecure, not confident, and how I help them get in the best shape of their lives. So now it's time for you. And it's time for the episode. Okay, so the following are examples of lean protein, clean carbohydrates, veggies, and healthy fats. So everything that you're going to be seeing on the screen are great options for the 4 categories. All of these are going to be great when it comes to getting rid of your stubborn belly fat. So I want you to think about these 4 categories and then think about replacing the things that you currently are eating, the things that you're using, and think about the foods in these 4 categories instead. Starting with some breakfast swaps. I know so many people do not do well with dairy. I'm one of them. If you get that sour stomach feeling or the bloating feeling, you should switch to coconut or almond milk. Chances are you're not one that does well with it either. Instead of sugar, try some liquid stevia in your coffee. I know we all like something sweet in the morning, maybe on your toast, on your rice cakes, but instead of that sweet sugary Nutella that's high in calories, try like a healthy nut butter. Almond or peanut butter is so much better as a fat than Nutella. Instead of white bread, switch to oatmeal. Oatmeal is so good for you guys, especially in the morning, something hot in your stomach, and that is a good carb to be having. Whey can give you a very sour stomach. I would switch to something like a plant-based protein for a little bit of, and I love ice cream, but not so great for belly fat loss. Try nice cream. There are plenty of recipes on the internet. And last but not least, those frappuccinos. If you want to sip guilt-free, try an iced coffee without the sweetener and the whip. When it comes to losing that belly fat later in the day, we don't digest as fast. So for dinner, instead of those beefs and porks and lasagna noodles, think a little bit lighter. Maybe a lean chicken, some chickpeas, beans, some vegan options, or zucchini noodles versus the heavy lasagna noodle. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. It was quick, and I want you really to just think about replacing foods that you're eating that are not servicing you. So the things that we've gone over in some of the clips that are, making you feel sluggish, that are not digesting well, that are kind of just sitting in there and not kind of giving you any kind of purpose and then adding to that belly fat, I want you to think about replacing those foods. When you're out, when there are things in front of you, when you go to order, you know, making different choices. If your family is cooking, if your husband, your boyfriend, your sister is cooking for you, and the things that you are gonna be going and buying. So before we get into the next episode, when I start to give you some breakfast ideas, followed by lunch, snack, and dinner ideas, that's a few episodes away. But before we even get into creating meals and a certain meal plan, I want you to just take those small adjustments and make better choices. All right, so thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of the Belly Fat Challenge. I will see you girls tomorrow for the next episode. Bye. So before we get into today's let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna get this right because I don't have time for this. I gotta go to work. Okay, I'm focused.